Hey, old bald guy here, and I'm going to react to Geordie. Is that how you say it? So let's hit it. All right, this is a very unusual reaction because I've heard this band, and the singer is very famous. And when you hear it for the first time, especially if you're a fan of classic rock, you're going to say, man, that sounds familiar. And I'm going to tell you who it is after the song's been going a little bit. If you're a big classic rock fan, you're going to know who it is immediately. But so this is Geordie, All Because of You, 1973. So let's go. I know who it is, but I've not heard this song before.
En Angleterre.
Can read.
No close up? Oh, here we go. Come on. You might recognize him, but you don't recognize him without a hat on. And he's 7 or 8 years younger than you know him. So here we keep going. This is just funny. You could kind of hear it. Whew. He's got a great voice. Great rock voice. Oh, there it is. If you play that over and over again, you'll recognize that voice, that last part. The reason he's famous, he doesn't sing like this. He sings a totally different way. There it is. Okay, I'm going to stop it right there. That is Brian Johnson from acdc. So, of course, we all know acdc's first lead singer was Bon Scott. Tragically died and was replaced by a guy named Brian Johnson. And that's him. And he was in a band called Geordie, I think is the way it was pronounced. The band had some success, but when it was all over, when the run was over, he went home. And I've seen interviews with him. He went home and hung up music, said, I'm done. They were broke. He came home broke, thought the rock and roll life didn't pay off for him. He said, I'm done. That's it. I'm finished. And so he goes home and begins his life of living just the life. And acdc called him and said, why don't you try out for the band? And he thought it was a joke. And he goes and tries out for the band. I would be interested in learning how and why he changed the way he sings. Because in acdc, he doesn't sing like this. We hear hints of it in this song, and there's other songs by Geordie, but this one is very close. It was the closest I found where he sings that high pitch. It's a falsetto. He sings in falsetto, but then he growls on top of it. At first, it's a very painful way to sing. I could do it a little bit, but he masters it, and it becomes an iconic sound. And so he becomes the lead singer of acdc in I think the early 80s with the release of Back in Black after the death of Bon Scott. And Back in Black is one of the greatest rock albums out there. You Shook Me, Back in Black, of course. Just so many great songs on that album. So we'll finish this song and see. You'll hear the acdc Brian Johnson come out a little bit. Oh, what happened? Come on. There it is. Oh, there it is. There it is. That's great. That's great. Before he was big, that's Brian Johnson. And fantastic performer, fantastic voice. I love the voice he somehow came up with when he joined ACDC. And so, but I found this and I thought it was great. And go back and listen to their other stuff, Geordie. It's interesting and some of it's pretty good. One of the songs I didn't react to because I'd heard it several times, and it's good stuff. And I love these guys. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Remember, hit that like and subscribe button. I'd appreciate it. So with that, old bald guy out.